Hello, it's me again, Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's reading, we'll be looking into your September 2023 predictions. So we'll look at the main themes of your month, and whatever might want to pop up will pop up. We'll read into that. So if you'd like to see more from me, don't forget to like, comment, tell me what you thought of this reading, and subscribe to see more from me and support my channel. Alright, so yes, this is the September predictions reading, and I am going to be using my new tarot deck, the Good Karma tarot deck, which I'm so excited about. With this reading, I felt so many different strong messages, so many strong energies, because I wrote down some messages before I started recording. And with the messages meant for you reading, they had very strong messages and energies as well. So I don't know what it is. Maybe the collective is going through a very intense period in time, or maybe just energies are shifting. I don't know, but we'll see anyway. So these are your September predictions. Let's get into your reading. And as I said before, I wrote down some notes as usual, which I'll read before we get into the cards. So we have Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. Take your time to choose which group is for you. Choose more than one group if you wish. If you don't hear a message in your group for you, continue watching until the end of your reading, as a message may pop up. If not, move to another reading or another group. So deep breaths in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4 to choose which group is for you. Timestamps will be in the description box, and let's get to Group 1. Hi Group 1, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So these are your September 2023 predictions reading. And excuse the noise, I've got my fan on because it's really hot. So yeah, we'll just get into your reading. Well, first I'll read the messages that I wrote down for your reading before I start shuffling your cards. If you don't resonate with these messages, continue watching with your cards. So Group 1, all's fair in love and war. Choose your words wisely. You can choose to be hurtful, judgy and mean, or loving, sweet and nice. Both options are costing nothing, but cost everything. A crossroads moment. So, very big energy here for your Group 1. Sorry for the noise from my fan. But the first message was all's fair in love and war. And that's a saying that you hear quite a lot, but let's look that up. We'll Google it. All's fair in love and war. The rules of normal civility do not apply during war making, and they do not apply when one is desperately in love. The sentiment is that any type of behavior is acceptable if it gets one what he wants in matters of combat of the heart. Yeah, so it's like when you are at war, you don't care what you say as long as you get what you want. So that's probably why I wrote down, you can choose your words wisely. You can choose to be hurtful, judgy, etc., or loving, sweet, etc. Both options cost nothing, but cost everything. You know, so it doesn't cost you to say what you want to say, but then it'll cost you your relationship with your friend, or your partner, or your mom, your dad, or your colleagues, or customers. You know, so be careful with what you say in September, because what you say can go against you in more ways than one. If you're the sort of person who is impulsive with what they say, who has a mean, sharp tongue, or someone who gets angry and says things without thinking, you might want to take a few steps back and think about what you're saying. Do I really want to say this? Will this thing hurt someone's feelings? Will this change the energy between us? And then say what you got to say in a softer kind of way. It's like you need to put boundaries on yourself in September. Learn how to put boundaries onto yourself in September. It's about learning to it's about putting trust in yourself, Group 1. it's about how much do you trust yourself in September. It's like if you are angry and then you notice that you're angry, and then it's like, I want to change my behavior. Maybe you've been saying you want to change your behavior, but then you'll keep going against yourself if you keep jumping into the same behavior over and over again, time and time again. But the new you will take a step back and say to yourself, okay, I'm angry. Let me just take 5 minutes to cool down and reflect. Think about what I'm going to say. And then come back and think, you know what, we can do this instead to the other person. And maybe you will apologize, because if you were angry, you wouldn't have apologized. You would have shouted, saying this, that, the other. But if you apologize, you can manage the situation, you know. So just be careful with what you say, because as I wrote down as well, it's a crossroads moment. If you are angry, bitter, this, that, the other, then a situation can go one way and you move further from your goal. But if you act in a loving, caring way, then you can go the other way and you are moving closer to your goal. So which road are you going to choose? Group 1 in September. Wow, amazing. So let's go over to your tarot deck. I'm using the Good Karma Tarot deck, which I found the other day in Seoul. I was so excited. I've been looking for a new deck for months and they just weren't hitting it. They were either cheap or they just didn't connect with me. But then I saw this one and I was like, I need to get this. I was hoping for the cards to be in Korean, but they aren't. They're in English, but oh well. We got them anyway. But the guidebook is in Korean, so that's okay, I suppose. And let's see. Okay, so we have 3 cards. Mike gets more. So we have 4 of coins. Be careful with what you give out. Be careful of what you keep to yourself as well. This is about putting up boundaries, because it looks like this person is holding on to this pentacle because she doesn't want the other person to take it, or she doesn't trust herself to give what she has, because it's like sharing is not caring. It's like, what are you fearful of? And it's like, do you hold on to this pentacle and see what you can do with this pentacle, or are you going to give this pentacle out without a second thought? You know, so it's that either or kind of thought process here, you know. Let's see. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Are you going to fight, or are you going to hold back, you know? Because if you are in fight mode and then you give this pentacle away, you're just giving poison. But if you are the Knight of Swords and you don't fight and you're thinking about your words, and then you give out the pentacle to the other person with love, then that's gonna be like offering, I'm getting, we don't talk about Bruno. What's that film called again? Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. But the woman who gives food and they are healed. You can heal people with your words if you give your words out with love, or if you give this pentacle out with love. And also choose wisely. Wow. The King of Coins. The King of Coins keeps coming out whenever I do a reading with this deck, group 1. So the King of Coins, offering goodness. The King of Coins has taken his time over time to create this field of grapes. These lovely, juicy, amazing grapes. Their color is vibrant. The leaves are green, a nice deep green, and the King of Coins is glowing, you know. And grapes are associated with goodness, with royalty and loyalty. and feeding the grapes. So it's like you can feed poisonous grapes, as I was saying, choosing fight or love, or you can feed grapes filled with love and kindness and good energy. Look how good this King of Coins is, and look how vibrant he is, and look at the shine coming out behind him. You know, he's giving nothing but goodness of energy, good energy, treating you well, treating you like a queen or a king that you are, you know. And you need to treat yourself like a king or queen that you are as well. So it's all about, how do you treat others and how do you treat yourself? You know, are you fighting yourself? Are you fighting other people? Are you treating yourself well? Are you treating others well? Or are you just slowly poisoning yourself with fight or flight? I'm getting fight or flight. Wow, yeah. The King of Swords is fighting, and the Four of Coins is fleeing. So fight or flight. Or are you just going to be comfortable in all that you are, in all that you have, in the words that you speak, in the thoughts that you think, you know? So it's giving that either or again. Should we get one more card? Let's see. One more. The Four of Cups. Wait, there's one that wants to. The Four of Wands, yeah. We want nothing but love, happiness, joy, comfort, safety, stability in September. But how can we get that if we are holding back, or not holding back, if we are fighting and if we are fleeing? These two people in the Four of Wands looks like they are so happy to be in each other's presence. There's no such thing as fighting or fleeing. They are just there in the moment, dancing to the music and enjoying themselves. We have a house in the background, safe. You'll feel safe if you choose love. So if someone tries to hurt you, are you going to use up all of your energy, all of this good loving energy that you have, to poison them? I keep saying the same message over and over again, but the message is needed. The Four of Cups. Are you going to take it or not? What are you willing to take in September Group 1? I'm even getting as well, exercise your mind. Maybe do some puzzles, or go to an escape room, or go join a spelling bee. I don't know. It's all about exercising the mind, talking about fight or flight. Because the more you know is the more you grow. Knowledge is power. The more you know is the more you grow. And what are your intentions as well in September? Interesting. So let's get over to Spirit Song Tarot deck. We have Awakening, Renewing. That's very interesting because we have the Judgment card at the bottom of the deck here. So you're becoming a new person in September Group 1. Is this through exercise, or is this through thinking differently about how you are going to say something, being more boundaried with yourself, holding back a bit sometimes? Are we going to be the same person as we usually are, who saying the same thing, reacting in the same ways, or are we going to notice that we are behaving in such a way that we are going to sit back and think, oh, am I really being this way? Am I really saying this? Am I really going to say that? And by doing that, you can open yourself up to more of yourself. You can reinvent yourself. Are you reinventing yourself in September Group 1? I accidentally shuffled the deck and the Fool was at the bottom of the deck. I was shuffling the wrong cards. So let's get, oh, there we go. And then we have Ace of Shells, happiness, abundance. Aww. Do things with love from the heart. The King of Coins has the coin up to his heart. The Four of Coins is hiding her heart. But the Four of Wands is living from the heart, enjoying themselves. So it's all about doing things from a loving perspective in September Group 1. And don't hide from your heart. Don't hide from the love. Speak from the heart, as long as you don't say it with a sharp tongue, with an angry kind of way about you. It's because that's how you get things moving in life. Like, if you're saying something from a hurt place, you're gonna be moving in a direction that's not for you, because if you're saying something from a hurt place, then the words you speak create an action that you don't want, need, or isn't for you. You will end up in a destination that isn't what you wanted. But if you speak love, speak from a loving perspective, and then people or you take action from that loving perspective, you will reach a destination that is healthy, that is good for you. So you have to choose wisely. The Ten of Shells, yes, the Ten of Cups. This is all about happiness and fulfillment. We need to do things from the heart, things that make us happy, and just shows love in life and to people. Show people that you are loved, or they are loved, you know, and be in the moment with the Four of Wands. So let's move on to your oracle cards. We have Homeward, take yourself out on a date. So dates are fulfilling your heart's needs, because you're going on a date with a prospective partner, someone you might want to spend the rest of your life with. So it's all about treating the month as if you are on a date, like showing the best side of yourself, doing things with love, showing yourself some love, going to places where you will actually love to go to on a date, because then you will be living life from a loving perspective. And then we have Shark, swim away from this situation. Exactly, wow. So you can either be like a shark and bite off more than you can chew, and be that not so nice person, or you can move from a loving space. Wow, it's very much either or in September Group 1. So what are you going to do? It's like noticing that you have become the shark in September and thinking, wow, let me just hold back and think, do I really want to be the shark this month? Or do I want to be the Four of Wands, who's loving, who's having fun, who's joyful? You know, do I want to fight? Do I want to feed others poison? Do I want to fight myself? Do I want to feed myself poison? Or do I want to feed myself with love, with care, with honesty, you know? What do you need that's good for you in September? Interesting. And then let's get to your last card. So we have Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. February. And Boot, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. February. So this is Aquarius Pisces season, and also with the wind, it's like wind can be sharp, can be very, very cold, and you must wrap up warm so you don't feel the cold. But the wind can also be soothing, can also be nice in the hot weather. So it's kind of like pick your poison is what I'm getting here as well, because you can be sharp and cold, or you can be just what somebody needs on a hot sunny day. or this could be someone else, and you can be shrewd. Foxes are depicted as cunning. Cunning in the way of being strategic with yourself or with another person. Strategic as in, am I going to be the shark or am I going to express love? Because we must increase our efforts to not be the shark, or to move away from this sharky person. If this is a person or an energy, we must increase our efforts to be aware of ourselves, of how we react, of how we speak to others and to ourselves. Because by being self-aware, we can become a better person for ourselves and the people around us. So it's all about being aware of yourself and others around you. Group 1, if you feel like you need to be harsh with your words, take a second, step back and think, do I really need this? Do I really need to say this? Do I really need to give this away? Or do I take a different approach? We are evolving in September, Group 1, and you can't deny it. We're just going to feed ourselves goodness and nothing else. Also, just exercise your mind and go to places that you love, because going to places that you love will help you get yourself in a good mood, uplift your energy, and I'm getting something here. So and if you're in places where it's a constant struggle, where you're constantly fighting, then how can you move from a loving place? Going to places where you can tap into your heart space will help you to become a better person and not constantly be fighting. So a lot of messages there, but just take what resonates anyway. And that's the end of your reading. I'll just reread these messages and that will be the end. So Group 1, all's fair in love and war. Choose your words wisely. You can choose to be hurtful, judgy and mean, or loving, sweet and nice. Both options cost nothing but cost everything. A crossroads moment. Alright, so that's something for you, Group 1. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye! Hi Group 2, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So these are your September 2023 predictions, and I wrote down some messages for your group as usual, but sorry for the noise, it's just a fan, it's really hot in here. So let's move on to your messages. If you don't resonate with the messages I wrote down, move on to the messages with your cards. So Group 2, your voice is powerful like Group 1, but in a different way. Exercise your throat chakra, speak your truth. You can easily grab your audience's attention because you sound so good. And I wrote down apple in your throat, and what do apples represent? Because while I was writing, or after I wrote the messages, I was holding my throat and I was there thinking, why does it feel like there's an apple here? So it's like if there's an apple in your throat, then it will be difficult to breathe and it will be difficult to speak, or you couldn't speak, or you won't be able to speak because there's an apple in your throat. How are you supposed to move your head? How are you supposed to lift your head? How are you supposed to do things because there's an apple in your throat? It hurts and it's just big and everyone can see it. So, very interesting with everyone can see it. So maybe you've been feeling like there's an apple in your throat and you couldn't really speak up for yourself or say anything that you wanted to say, because maybe you have been feeling self-conscious that maybe everyone can see you, or maybe everyone is looking at you funny because there's an apple in your throat. And when there's an apple in your throat, you're not saying what you need to say. Therefore, you feel like everyone knows the truth. Everyone can see through me. Everyone can see me for what I am because there's an apple here, and everyone can see the apple. It's embarrassing, But then let's look up the meaning of an apple anyway. Apple. apple meaning. So in ancient mythology, the apple is one of the most sacred trees and symbolizes good health and future happiness. Since ancient times, it has been known as a tree of love and is associated with Aphrodite, goddess of love. The tree plays an important role in Greek mythology, and the symbolism. So there's a lot written here anyway. I'm just going to read the bold bits. So these are the titles. So symbolic significance of apples. It's a symbol of love, the fruit of love. Apples symbolize sensuality and positivity, feminine beauty, fidelity, knowledge. So get here, if you speak your truth, good luck will come to you. Because you're speaking on what you want, you're speaking on your true thoughts and feelings. So if you speak on it, good luck will come to you, meaning that what you want is coming to you because you're not keeping it to yourself. You're not marinating in what you want and what you need. So if you speak on it, you will get it. Say, oh, I want a new TV because the screen's broken, but I'm not going to say it because, yes, it's obvious, but I need a new TV. I want to watch my favourite shows. And you're keeping your TV there and staring at it and becoming more annoyed that you don't have a new TV. But then you say to your partner, oh, we need a new TV. Oh, wonder where we can get that from. And the next thing you know, there's a TV in your living room because your partner went out and bought a new TV for you. That's a very random example, but that's the kind of thing, the kind of image I'm seeing here is if you speak on what you want, you will receive it. Anyway, let's see what we can get with your cards. What messages do we have for group 1 with their September predictions? What messages do we have? So we have 2 of Cups. Oh, nice. And then which one? Yo, the King of Coins just loves to come out in this deck. Every time I use it, the King of Coins is just there. You won't leave me alone. So I won't use it anyway because it just loves to come out. The 8 of Cups. I don't know if I want to use reversals from this deck. We'll just use it upright. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Sorry. Oh, cute. I love the pictures in this card deck. It's so adorable. So let's see. And then we have the 6 of Coins. Should we get one more? Let's get one more. And then the 6 of Swords. Alright, and then Temperance at the bottom of the deck. Right, so let's get this in order. So what I'm getting from your September group 2, is that some things are worth sharing with others and some things are not. So it's all about picking and choosing with who you share your ideas, your love, your thoughts with. Because I'm getting here, some things you need to keep for yourself. Yes, you can share a lot within your relationships, but there are some things that are for us and us alone. You know, we have our desires, we have what our heart wants, we have our resources, our finances, our home, our belongings, and we can't give out all our money away. We can't give all our belongings away. We can't give all our hearts away, and we can't give all our energy away. So you have good relationships, but it's about what are you willing to share and what are you willing to keep to yourself. Group 2, I feel like this is a reminder that we cannot pour from an empty cup, because if we are pouring from an empty cup, that means we have given everything away. of ourselves. We have given all our information away. We have given all our hearts away. We have given all our passion away. And what will be left after that? You know, we'll need to recharge, and then we'll do the same thing over and over again, and we will never learn from our mistakes. So I'm getting that you'll be learning from your mistakes in September. You know, because what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours, and there's some things that I can give to you, and there are some things that I will not. But it's all about, we can't say that I'm not going to give this to you. Some things people don't know that we have, but on other things they can physically see that we have it, and they'll be like, oh, can I have this, that, the other? Or they will take from you without your knowledge. So it's all about being able to know when to protect what you have, and people seeing that you have what you have, but being able to be comfortable enough with the Two of Cups to say, I won't give you this because it's mine, and if I give you it, I'll be left with nothing. Or we will not speak on what we have because it's too sacred to us, you know. So it's all about knowing when, how. There's a time and a place for things in September, group 2, and it's important to be aware of that. It can be so tempting to give with the Two of Cups because we trust, we love, we have good relationships, we have built up good relationships, but we always have to have a limit to what we can share, what we can give, what we can, you know, what we can do. And with the Knight of Wands, it's all about being flexible, you know, not staying still. Don't stay still. We have the Six of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. It's all about moving. Maybe you're moving home because we have Eight of Cups who's moving emotionally or just moving as a whole. And maybe you're going on a little trip in September. We have a backpack on the Six of Swords. Wait, I read the Six of Swords wrong, I think. The Six of Swords is usually depicted on a boat, I think. Because I was looking at the Six of Swords as... Let me look at my other deck, sorry. Apologies, group 2. Yeah, sorry, I read that wrong. I read it as the Seven of Swords, but we have the Six of Swords, which is usually depicted as people on a boat. But still, I feel like the message applies because she's not giving away what's in her backpack. You know, these are her prized possessions, her thoughts, her memories, her this, her that, the other. And she's not going to give that away to no one. She's just consistently moving forward. So where are you moving towards? What are you moving towards? Are you going on holiday? Are you moving house? Are you moving away from certain individuals that were no good for you? Are you moving towards a much more healthy, abundant place, abundant relationship? But whatever applies to you, apply to your situation, because the Knight of Swords needs newness consistently, constantly. It's all about just being aware of what your energy is telling you, group 2. Is your energy feeling a little bit stagnant, a little bit rigid, a little bit annoyed? What are you going to do? Are you going to move forward? Are you going to lean into that energy, or are you going to stay put? But I'm seeing that you're going to lean into that energy. It's all about having a good relationship with yourself as well with the Two of Cups. It doesn't have to be with the relationship with other people. It could do with the relationship you have with yourself as well. It's about connecting with yourself on a deeper level and doing what your energy calls for. When you lean into your energy, you are building a much more stable relationship with yourself, a trusting relationship, because you aren't ignoring yourself. Don't ignore yourself in group, in September group 2, we have the Temperance card at the bottom of the deck. So it's like you are working on yourself. You are leaning into the energy. Lean into the energy in September group 2. That is the main message here for your month. And let's move over to your other cards. So we have, what messages do we have for group 2? 5 of shells. That's funny because we have the 5 of coins underneath the Temperance card, and death as well. Actually, what are you changing? Something is being removed from your life, and it's like a light at the end of the tunnel, because maybe there has been times where you felt like you were still in that tunnel. You couldn't find a way out with the 5 of Pentacles, but it's important to recognize in September that you are finding your way. You are replenishing the relationship you have with others and with yourself. You know, it's looking like a healthy month. It's about knowing yourself and knowing the people you surround yourself with. You aren't going to put yourself out like the 5 of Pentacles and stay in a position that you have always been because it's all you know, you're comfortable. That's not the point of September group 2. It's about actually putting in the initiative and moving. Initiative, that's an interesting word to use for this. Use your initiative in September because that will be important. And then we have the 10 of shells. That was at the bottom of the deck for group 1. Aww. It's all about fulfilling yourself, your desires. You know, what are you going to give to yourself in September? What are you going to feed yourself in September? And feed yourself with it. Feed yourself knowledge. Fill yourself with adventure. Fill yourself up with changing your headspace. Fill yourself up with learning about yourself, you know. And it's all about collecting these little nuggets. We have all of these cute shells at the bottom of the pelican, I'd like to call it. And this pelican has collected all of these shells from the beach, from this wide beach. You know, there's so many shells to collect, so little time. But instead of collecting all of the shells, you are just going to be taking the shells that look like they will fulfill you in more ways than one. You will be collecting the shells that will fill your life with goodness, will make you feel aligned. So it's all about picking the things that make you feel aligned, happy, renewed, like you are fulfilling your life's purpose. Oh, that's a big message. Like doing things that have a purpose, doing things that make you feel like you are here for a purpose. Maybe you're just moving towards your life purpose. Maybe you're doing things in September that are your purpose in life. Wow. That will light you up. What will light you up in September? Group 2. Aww. And then we have tree, let them go. Exactly. Let go of the dead weight. Let go of the things that feel like they are dragging you down. And which justice is coming? Yeah, you're clearing out the closet, clearing out your wardrobe. So you're doing a lot of clearing out in September group 2. You are keeping the shells that will make you feel happy, and you are removing the shells that are dragging you down, that are holding you back, that are old, that are dreary, that aren't fulfilling you anymore. What will fulfill you in September? And do that, because that's the best thing that you can do for yourself. Let it go. It's old, it's tired, it's weighing you down. We need to feel fresh and enlightened for October, you know. Ooh, and then let's move over to your last cards. We have Moon, changes in life. Oops. And then we have Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. I'm getting here that yes, you can create a strong foundation for yourself in September. It's like remove, but in order to feel comfortable in this tower, we can do some spring cleaning. That means getting rid of old clothes, getting rid of old diaries, getting rid of this, that, the other, so that the tower becomes so much more comfortable. Because if we feel like we need to keep old things, it will then become the tower from the tarot deck, which is unstable, which is like you outgrowing where you are. But it's all about maintenance. The tower in the tarot deck wasn't well maintained, and that's why it fell. But the tower in September, group 2, you are just doing some maintenance, you know, changing things up, switching things up so that your tower doesn't fall. Fire, strong emotion, passion, love or hate. Do you love this item of clothing? Do you love this person in your life? If you don't like it, if you hate this item of clothing or this person, what are they doing in your life? Because they are creating a weak tower, and then as the relationship weakens, so does your tower, until it explodes, because this relationship isn't meant for you, you know. And then we have ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. It's like you are, the more you do your spring cleaning, it's the much more whole you will feel, because much more whole and more stable and solid you will feel, because you are not holding on. You are removing yourself from the equation. You are moving things from the equation. You are removing people from the equation that don't make sense in this equation. Don't be afraid to let things go. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't be afraid, you know. And then door, opportunities are waiting for you. Wow. Things are changing so that new things can enter your life. Because some doors are closed. Yeah, we have a closed door here. It's like this door isn't opening because this door, you have finished with this door, but you are refusing to see that. You don't want to move from this door because you feel safe. It's all that you've known. But it's time to open the door. It's time to change your perspective. Because are you scared? Are you fearful about what you will find if you leave this door behind? If you open this new door? You know, there is nothing to fear but fear itself, group 2. So feel the fear and do it anyway. It's what I'm getting here, because the moon, it can show us all the fears. It can show us all the things that can go wrong. But if you feel the fear and you have that passion, that strong feeling like the Knight of Wands to do something, just feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and let it go. Feel the fear and love. Feel the fear and let go of this relationship. Feel the fear and let go of that item of clothing, you know, that reminds you of someone. You know, so just take all of that into account. Maybe do a fire ritual. I don't know how you do that, but maybe even writing a letter to someone you're angry at, or writing a letter to your past self and then burning it, you know, because maybe that's a form of manifestation, where you burn a letter to yourself or to your future self, to your past self, to a past lover or whatever, that's a form of manifestation, I think. So it's about doing that. So you're not holding on anymore, because we need to change things and we need to do it now. It's giving urgent, urgently, because it's weighing you down, group 2. What is weighing you down? And make decisions from there. Wow. Alright, so that's something for your September group 1. Group 2. Sorry, I keep calling you group 1. I'll just reread these messages and that will be the end of your reading. So group 2, your voice is powerful like group 1, but in a different way. Exercise your throat chakra. Speak your truth. You can easily grab audience's attention because you sound so good. Apple in your throat as well. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you, group 2. Thank you for watching. I hope you can take what I mentioned and incorporate that into your September. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So these are your September 2023 predictions, and as usual I wrote down some messages for your reading. And apologies for the noise, it's my fan because it's really hot. So group 3, I'll read these messages, and if these messages don't resonate with you, continue watching with your cards. So group 3, as I pat the cards, I'm visualizing black sparkly thick dust removing itself from the cards. Watch group 3 from messages meant for you reading if you feel called to. So I don't know what it is with the energies of these readings these past few days, I guess, or just with that messages meant for you reading and this reading as well, because the reading from messages meant for you for group 3, the messages were very loud. And so many things kept going wrong, and it felt like it was being intentionally sabotaged. So I hope that it doesn't go this way for you, group 3. But I don't know why, but I'm getting that the messages from group 3 in that reading could possibly apply to you too. But let's see what we get for your reading anyway. So as I pat the cards, I'm visualizing black sparkly thick dust, which was quite interesting. I've never had that before with cards. I'm not sure what that means, but let's get into your reading. So black symbolizes secrets, or things that are hidden are secrets. Discovering something. And as I'm saying that, all that relates to secrets and figuring something out, and or it could be feeling like maybe you've been feeling like you're in a hole and you're dusting yourself off. Or it could mean that you are discovering a secret, because with sparkles and it coming out as dust, it's maybe the truth shall set you free. Okay, yeah, the truth shall set you free. That's the message here. Alright, so the truth shall set you free. Okay, what messages do we have for group 3? Justice! Yes, wow, guys. Exactly. These are the messages from group 3, from messages meant for you. So justice, and then the devil fell out as well. Wow. I don't know why, but while I was shuffling and talking about these messages, I felt like I was being taken to a dream that I had, with the fear of being found out or something like that. It's gone. I hate when that happens. But like, I'm gonna take out the devil. Even the 5 of Wands, not seeing eye to eye, not seeing what's behind you. Queen of Swords, the truth. The Queen of Swords speaks nothing but the truth. Truth. And then we have the 4 of Wands, the Queen of Wands, letting the energy shine through. The Lovers, making friends. 8 of Wands, we are talking again nicely. So maybe you have fallen out with a friend or something like that, and you need to talk about it. You know what, I'm going to put the Queen of Swords out as well. The Four of Swords, laying down your swords and having a calm mind. Wow, there's a whole story here. Look how Justice is holding the sword on its side, like it's a balancing kind of act. And then we have the sword being held up, and wow, I'm really seeing my dream right now. I feel like I dreamt of this dream last night. So maybe it's cutting through the clouds, because dreams can be cloudy. And you want the truth, you want to see what's going on, you want to know what's going on. But then the devil comes in and it's like, no, I'm going to keep you from the truth, I'm going to keep you from saying this, I'm going to keep you from that, I'm going to be like this, that, the other. But the Queen of Swords is like, no, not on my watch, not not while I'm here. And with me reading like this, it's like I'm really feeling free, and me laughing and joking, and it's like the devil wasn't enabling you to laugh and joke and feel flexible and, you know, see things see things optimistically. Okay, why is another dream coming through as well? So maybe your dream, you need to pay attention to your dreams in September, group 1 or group 3, sorry, oh my gosh. Because dreams can be cloudy and it's like they come back to you every now and then. But we need to be level-headed about things. We must not lean into things because we have our heads screwed on. We need to know what we're getting into, basically. I'm getting here. Know what you're getting into in September, because maybe there's legal matters as well. Wow, and as I keep talking, I'm seeing old dreams that I've had months ago or even years ago. Wow. Ooh, wow, that is powerful, group 3. It's like they're trying to make their way through, and I'm seeing it playing out right in front of me. I'm seeing them playing out right in front of me. And it's like, what are you seeing playing out in front of you, group 1? Is it something that's toxic in your environment? Are people saying things that are very toxic for you? So maybe you're noticing toxic behaviors in September and you're speaking on it. You're not allowing it to be played out right in front of you and just standing still watching it happen. You are doing something about it. The Three of Swords. And look, she's wearing black as well. I just keep seeing black, the black smoke that's coming out of the cards, and we have black and this blue colour here. It's like you can either entertain the black, the devil energy, or you can say something, and when you say something, the black is no longer all of the card, it is half of the card. It's giving the moon energy where, you know, it's dark, you don't know where you're going, you are struggling, and all things that you can imagine keep popping up, and they're scary, they're fearful. But if there's light there as well, like from the lamppost in the street, and it's shining a light on those fears, then you'll have that balance of fear and realistic expectations, or things that are actually real. So it's like, don't fall for the things that are trying to make you feel scared, trying to make you feel the fear. It's all about, okay, this is how it really is. Don't let me hurt myself by entertaining this fearful energy, you know. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. Did I already say that to you, or was that to group 2? I don't know. But the Queen of Swords doesn't fear anything. The Queen of Swords is fear. Like, she can put the fear of God into anyone with what she says, the words that she speaks, because she gets things moving, and people may fear her because she knows her own mind. She knows what's going on all around her, because she makes sure that she's in the know. Make sure that you're in the know in September group 3, because you don't want to hurt yourself with extra things keep popping up, and oh, I didn't know that, I didn't know this, oh, I didn't see that coming. The Queen of Swords sees everything coming, so make sure you see everything coming in September. Wow, very big messages there. This really is giving the group 3 from Messages Meant for You reading. So I feel like maybe you should watch that. The Knight of Cups. Wow. The Knight of Cups and the Devil and the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Ooh. Maybe this is to do with someone in your life who is saying this, that, the other, and oh, I just saw 11:11 on the recording time. So this could be someone who is saying that, oh, I can offer you this, I can offer you that, but it's like they are offering you a dream. Wow, that is wild. I was saying that I kept seeing my dreams, and now I'm saying that he keeps offering you a dream. And that's quite toxic for you. So make sure, or he, or whatever is going on, whoever the person is. So make sure you are in the know. Make sure that you don't give in to temptation. But I feel like you won't give in to temptation because you will have the Queen of Swords energy in September. You know, with the honesty, the truthfulness, the seeing things as they are, the observations. You know, you need to observe someone else's behavior, or whoever's behavior, because maybe they're selling dreams, and maybe some of you have been falling for those dreams and it's hurting you. But you need to see things as they are in September, group 1. Group 3, maybe you need to listen to group 1. Because it's all about you. Group 1's messages was all about using your words wisely. And the Queen of Swords takes no prisoners. So you can either choose to speak lovingly, or you can be mean and hurtful. That was group 1's message. So just watch that group if you feel called to watch it. Wow. It's a lot of water, fire and air. Excuse me. Watery energy again with the Four of Crystals. Well, the Four of Crystals is the Four of Pentacles. So earthy. Because the Devil is the earth, which is Capricorn energy, and the Four of Crystals is other earth signs. And then we have the Knight of Cups, which is the watery cards. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. That dreamy energy, okay. And then the fiery energy, which is all to do with passion, heat, all of those things. And then we have airy energy, which is to do with things passing. It's not always going to be the same, but you know, it's still there. It could be harsh, or it could be soft. And that was the message of group 1 as well. You could either be harsh or you can be soft. But I feel like the balance of harsh and softness is needed in September group 3. Wow. And then we have 3 and 4, a progression. and collaboration. Two crystals, so two pentacle suits. This is all about being practical, and don't let the dreamy aspect of things cloud your judgment. Don't let the cloudy aspects of things in the cloudy, dreamy, is this real aspect of your September cloud your practicality. You need to be practical. You need to know when to hold back and when to work with others, when to lean into others. Because some energies can be there to control you, to hurt you, to make you see things that aren't there. Or working with the right team can help you progress, can help you grow, can be imaginative and use that imagination wisely. So it's kind of like pick your poison, which was Group 1's message as well. So it can be either or with justice. And it's about balancing all of those energies out. You have to balance the energies out. You can have that dreamy energy, but then you must be practical with it. Because the crystals, the Four of Crystals is in water. The Four of Pentacles is in water. So being practical, but being imaginative at the same time. And being productive at the same time. Because we have a bee, I think that's a bee, a busy bee. A busy bee, the Devil and the Knight of Cups can be a busy bee, spreading things around, spreading hurtful rumors, hurtful lies, or telling you hurtful things. Or it could be a busy bee in terms of, I'm going to work on this, that, the other, so it can grow into something that's good. That's good with the justice system. Very interesting messages there. I don't want it to sound like it's a scary message, but as I said, with Group 3 in Messages Meant For You reading, they were very strong energies, and that's the same for you, Group 3, in your September. And it's about choosing things wisely, having a good head on you, having the Queen of Swords archetype in September. Wow, let's get to your oracle. We have confidence. It comes with time and practice. Look, we have a sword on the bag again. We have another sword, and then we have sundress, do it for you, and we have snow, which can be cold. And I feel like the Queen of Swords can be cold, or she could say things because it's honest, and it may seem cold in the moment, but as time progresses, it's like a warm blanket wrapping around you, because the truth can often be hard to take, but as you move along, it's just what you need. So what do you need to do in September, Group 3? It could be a little too harsh for you in the moment, but it could be just what you need in the long term. So it's all about long-term thinking and not letting clouds ruin your judgment. Clouds cloud your judgment. We must do things for our own goodness, our own mental health, our confidence. Because when you speak your truth, you become more confident, because that's how you can build trust with yourself. That was the message in Group 1 as well. You build trust with yourself by leaning in on yourself, trusting your judgments and speaking on it, and doing what's necessary to remove yourself from the equation if you need to remove yourself from the equation, or someone else or something else, Because we can't be in the dark for too long. We can't hold secrets. It's just harming us. We must speak our truth so we're no longer hurting ourselves. It's toxic to us. It's creating a dreamy energy that isn't productive for us. It's only hurting us, So we need a good balance of both. on, and let's get to your last cards. We have broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. Exactly. Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. Wow, the Three of Swords and the Spear. Eagle, triumph over obstacles. Exactly. And Cane, pay attention to your health, your mental health. Do what's good for your health, your mental health, emotional health, but mostly your mental health. And that's why we need to tap into the Queen of Swords archetype, because she will protect us. The Queen of Swords is a protector. She may not seem like she's a protector because she's so harsh with her words at times. She is good with her boundaries, and boundaries can be hard sometimes on others. And she sees things from all different angles with the eagle as well. So we need our eyes open in September, group 3. We mustn't lie to ourselves. We mustn't keep things from ourselves, because it's easier to stay where we are. It's easier to stay in delusion. Delusion is a strong message here. So we can break our bridges. We can put ourselves through heartache, because it's important to put ourselves through that for the long term. I said that before, it's for the long term. We must have long-term thinking here, because if we don't, we just stay where we are in situations that are no good for us. And where is that taking us? Nowhere. It's leading us further into heartache. So you can either stay in this situation which is causing heartache, or you can cut it loose or do what you need to do that will cause us heartache for now, but in the long term it will be good for us, it will be better for us. It's creating confidence within ourselves. We must burn a bridge to get to the other, to form a new bridge, to create something better for ourselves, to support ourselves. We need to support ourselves, or to surround ourselves with good people who we know aren't toxic for us, who we know who will help us to create a life that we want for ourselves. And don't get lost in the dream, don't get lost in the delusion, the fear, because that's not going to help you in September. What will help you is taking decisive action, weighing things up and going from there. And the eagle is the highest flying bird and is often associated with the crown chakra. So it's like rise above it all and being open to the crown chakra is opening your crown chakra in September. Maybe doing some crown chakra meditation, getting yourself a selenite crystal, quite possibly. Even getting a clear quartz crystal. And selenite and clear quartz are cleansing crystals as well. It's all about cleansing your energy in September, group 3. So cleansing your energy, saying what needs to be said, exercising your throat chakra, choosing between one or two evils, choosing the heartache of staying in one place, or choosing heartache to remove yourself from this situation, which will cause heartache now but will be good for you in the long run. Woo, wow. And with that, group 3, that is the end of your reading. I hope these messages didn't sound too dramatic, because it may come across as that, but really it's good for you. This is medicine as Shanetta's Divine Tarot would say. But anyway, that's the end of your reading. I'll just reread these messages and that will be the end of your reading. So group 3, as I pat the cards, I'm visualizing black sparkly thick dust removing itself from the cards. Watch group 3's messages meant from you reading that I recorded, I think it was last week, which will be up on Monday, but this reading will be up maybe 2 or 3 weeks after that reading. So yeah, just take what resonates anyway. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.